Hi, I'm Lisa Hayden with Community Focus on Washington County, Central Kentucky TV, Channel 6. And today we have with us the principal of St. Dominic School, Pam Brunick, and Amanda Carney, who is the preschool director. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I'm always excited to hear about what's going on at St. Dominic, and I had tried to get you all on before school started, but of course you were so busy and unavailable. So I know that school's already started, I guess probably now a month into school?
We are a month and then some. We started on August 11th. So.
Wow. So I want to hear about what's going on at St. Dominic School.
Well, we have a lot of good things going on. First of all, I want to talk about the preschool because our program is huge, and I'll let Miss Amanda talk about that.
Well, this year is our biggest year at preschool. We have 2 classrooms, and we're currently trying to get more space, so that's always a good thing. I have 36 preschoolers right now, ranging from age 2 to 5. And then, of course, coinciding with the preschool, I also do the after-school program, and this is one of our biggest years for after-school program. I'm probably estimating 50 to 55 kids every day after school, so it's a lot. Trying to find all the activities that coming up with lesson plans for those kiddos too, to keep them active after school. So we're really excited about the library opening up soon because we're going to take full advantage of that during the after school program.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. We hope to interview the librarian in a couple of weeks and maybe have a tour of the new library.
The school kids are touring this week. Our kiddos are there, and they're going to be just phenomenal next door neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
We're excited to have them right next door.
Well, and that's what we need to be doing, sharing our facilities. And so now tell me, the preschool now has 2-year-olds?
Well, I have 1 2-year-old. She will be 3 in October, but we can accept a 2-year-old that's turning 3. So... Okay. She will stay in the 3-year-old room for 2 years and then move on to the 4-year-old room.
Okay. Yeah. So now they come and stay all day?
Yeah. We our preschool program opens at 7:30 for drop-off. We start preschool at 7:55, the same time as school gets started. Our preschool day technically ends at 12:30, and then that's when child care picks up. We go into our nap time and then our snack time and then to after school program after that, but we're open until 6 o'clock, so morning only for preschool curriculum, and then in the afternoon is child care services.
I see. So now to enroll, do you need to be a member of St. Dominic Church?
No, absolutely not. I do have a waiting list, so it's important that if you're thinking about enrolling, even your child's maybe 1, 2, to go ahead and give us a call. I've got a pretty good waiting list, but yeah, I mean, you do not have to be a member at all. It's all tuition based, so even if you're not going to plan on continuing, but you want the preschool service at St. Dominic, that's perfectly fine, and we accept, as many as we can. We do have a cutoff, that state, says we can only take so many. However, we're trying to work on getting some more space so we can take more.
I see. Which will require hiring more staff too, because there are requirements.
There are staff
ratio to children to staff.
Yes.
Right. And so you would, right now you can accommodate how many children?
36.
Okay. All ages. Well, I guess some may 2-year-olds, some may 3, some may.
Right.
Yeah. And so then I think, do you also have regular after-school kids that are not in the preschool program?
Correct.
That go to St. Dominic
Preschool through 8th grade. I mean, I even have them stay up until 8th grade. Of course, we call them our leaders, after-school program leaders, the older kids, and they help with homework with the little ones, or they take on responsibilities after school, such as keeping the bulletin boards up to date and the calendars and things like that. Sometimes Miss DeLisa will give them a couple of jobs to do, so that way they don't feel like they're in child care, and that they're
Right.
helping out a little bit more.
Well, and I suppose you have homework time in the
We do.
afternoon.
We do.
And they could help younger ones.
They do. Yeah. That's a huge help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So how many staff do you have?
I have 8 staff right now.
And who are they?
Miss Catherine Hale is the preschool 4-year-old teacher, and her assistant is Amy Medley Taylor. And then the pre-K 3-year-old room, the teacher is Crystal Graves, and then she has 2 assistants, Veronica Durham, and new this year is Lauren Yates Coulter. And then I have Sandy Boone also helps. She comes in midday, and then she stays through the after-school program. Miss Brenda Begley comes in and works in the after-school program, and then of course I'm there pretty much all day, 7:30 to typically 4:30, 5 o'clock. I won't stay till 6, but and then we have some wonderful volunteers that come in every week. Katie Sims volunteers for us in the preschool room, and Martha Ann Harden will come in once a week and volunteer their time. So
That's
we have
great.
lots of, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I suppose your children come in after school,
Oh
don't
yeah, they do. They do. They're there from 7:15 to.
And Davis
Yeah.
and Hayden.
And Hayden.
So, yeah. Well, that's great. And so now then you've got other initiatives going on too, Pam. That,
Sure. In addition to preschool having just incredible enrollment this year, our kindergarten class is as full as it can be. We have 28 students who started this year with us, and so I think a big part of that is a credit to the preschool program that transitions most all of theirs, but we've added several new students who did not even, they were not even in the preschool program last year. So we are at 28 kindergartners, so our total enrollment is over 200 now, and we're very happy with that. Our new thing this year is with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we have started a Chromebook initiative, a one-to-one initiative, where every student in grades 6 through 8 purchases his or her own device. If they cannot purchase their own device, we received grant monies from the Catholic Education Foundation to give us a starter set of Chromebooks, and enough for all of the teachers to have one. But we're very excited about that. We are at the point where our teachers have all received their Chromebooks, and the final orders are all in place. So right after fall break, our kids should have them in their hands, and that will mean an incredible technology advantage for every one of our kiddos as they go through the last few years at St. Dominic. They can take that device with them, but it will be available and useful to them during the classroom, outside of the classroom. It will be a big benefit to us when we have distance learning days. For snow days, they can work together. We have gone Google this year, so all of our assignments for distance learning will be through Google Docs and on Google Drive, and that will enable them to work on projects, snow, rain, any time of the year, anytime.
Now, what are these Chromebooks? I don't even know what they are.
It's like
Too technical for
it's
me,
like a
Pam.
laptop, only everything is cloud-based, and so you don't have all of the memory and program storage on the device itself, but it looks like a small
Like a
laptop.
regular,
Yeah, and functions almost exactly like it. So.
And so you'll be able to do your distance learning from that, and would that be with the teachers at St. Dominic, or I guess you
Yes,
invite other
teachers at St. Dominic.
educators to? Can you
Teachers.
do that from other places as well?
They
from
could
Louisville,
they could access sites from their Google Chromebooks to do research or what have you, but mostly it's teacher led, teacher directed.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but it'll enable them, whatever they're working on in any subject, to have immediate access not only to the internet and very controlled, safe sites there, because it all runs through Google Education app.
Oh.
So not only will it enable them to access technology through the internet, they can also do assignments. They could have their different assignments they could work on together, even collaboratively, and with Google.
Can they see each other?
They can, yes, and communicate with each other,
I love it.
and work simultaneously on the same
Yeah.
thing. So teachers are utilizing this as well, and I use it quite extensively with the Archdiocese on various projects. So
That's
it's
great.
it's a really, really nice thing to have.
Yeah.
So we're
yeah.
really happy that we're able to do that with our kids this year.
Right, right. So now what else is going on? I know there's other things. Today, of course, is Grandparents'
We
Day. And I
we
know
are
you're gonna-
expecting a major crowd today, beginning at about 12:30. But I did want to point out that we are hosting again the Community's Color Run on October 22nd.
Yes.
The PTO Color Run coming up very shortly.
Okay.
So we'll be getting out information out to the community about that. Also in October, we're having an open house. All archdiocesan schools have an open house on the same day. So anyone from the community can come and visit any
now what will that
archdiocesan
be?
elementary school. That's on October 25th.
Okay. And
We're 9 to 5, but it varies from, you just call the school and find out when to come by and take a look. So we encourage everybody to come check us out that day,
October the 25th.
October the 25th.
That's good. Okay.
Our chili supper. We have legendary chili. We have legendary. That's all there is to say about it. Big time event. We hope everybody, gets out and votes and then comes by and
Right.
has some chili and some good fun times there from 4 to 8. And that's November 8th, Election
Right.
Day. So,
Yeah, that's a good reminder to everyone
yes,
to get out
and vote. We're going to have
And then come
activities
down to St. Dominic and eat your chili.
Eat your chili. We'll have activities for the kids. Some of them election related. So come on down from 4 to 8 in our gym.
Great,
So.
great. And then, so, of course, speaking of the gym, I know you mentioned that you've got, what's going on now? Football, we've got football, and then we've got
Girls basketball.
girls basketball.
There's
Has
about
already
another,
started. I can't believe it.
football's wrapping up next week, I think, and the girls basketball will wrap up in about a month. So
Okay. And is that for 7th and 8th graders or 6th?
6th through 8.
6th through 8, okay.
We have actually fifth grade too, 4th and 5th
Fourth and fifth
for
as
girls
well.
basketball
Okay.
on up. But for boys, it's 6th, 7th, and 8th, and I think a few 5th graders in there too. So.
Yeah. Well, the gym has just turned out to be such a wonderful thing, hasn't it? With, having the chili supper there, having the different events, and, being able to host your own games at your own school.
It really is.
Yeah.
Its appropriate name is the Parish Community Center's
Right.
gym. It is a parish community center, and we are so fortunate. We said from the minute we had it, we don't know what we did without it.
Yeah.
So for about 80 years we managed, but still the last few years it's just been amazing to have so many church and school functions there.
Yeah,
It's wonderful.
yeah. And so, and now we got to talk about those little cheerleaders
Oh, yeah.
with those sports teams.
Yeah.
So now, tell me about that.
We have a new program this year called Tiny Cheer. It's for girls in pre-K 3 all the way through 2nd grade. So we have 37 cheerleaders, and we are cheering our first ball game Monday. So we're pretty excited about that. We're also going to be at the Sargent Festival Parade. We're going to stop and do our little routine there. So everybody come out and look at our
that's
little
gotta
Tiny
be
Cheer
fun.
team.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just love it. Now, what's the name?
Tiny Cheer.
Tiny Cheer.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have their first cheerleading event tonight at
Monday
Monday
night.
night.
Monday night.
night at the girls' basketball game during halftime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what time does that basketball game start?
Starts at 6 o'clock. So
Yeah, that'll be so fun to watch.
Yeah,
That'll
they're
certainly
really-
bring in a lot of grandparents.
Oh, yes.
just, you know.
Yeah, they're really excited
Guaranteed.
to show them what they've learned. We teach them cheers. We have a high school cheerleader coming in to help, and then of course the high school cheer coach, Nicole Wilson, is also our coach, along with Abby Smith. So they're our coaches, and they're doing an amazing job with such a huge age difference. You know, you've got 3-year-olds on up to, second graders. So they're doing a really good job on making sure everybody learns something. But we are also incorporating a little gymnastics, a little bit of dance, a little bit of cheer, so they can kind of get a well-rounded experience with it. We're going to do it all the way through May. We've got events lined up through the end of this year, and then we'll book some more, January through May. But yeah, we've got the Sorghum Festival, Night Madness in October that we're going to be doing, a boys basketball game. So we're looking forward to it. The girls are really excited. They get to wear lipstick. So.
And now, now these girls are already enrolled. So these are children that are in your preschool program.
Yes, these are only St. Dominic students.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, well, that's going to be great. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. So.
Yeah, we will cheer. Hopefully, we're hoping to make it up to Washington County and cheer a basketball game once we get their schedule, and hopefully work that out with the Washington County Athletics. We're hoping that we'll be able to come cheer for basketball up there. So
Yeah. Yeah, well, good.
Similar to the Pom
That's
Pets.
great.
So.
Yeah, similar to the Pom Pets. Oh, gosh. I remember those days. And so we're speaking of a great enrollment at St. Dominic this year.
We're really fortunate. 206.
206. Now, is that
206.
the largest enrollment we've
It's
ever
been about this. It's been about this for the last couple of years. So we're steady. We had some down years, but we're coming back up. We're
Yeah.
really happy with that.
Yeah.
And with 28 kindergartners and a maxed out preschool program, that's a really good indicator for growth for us. So.
Yeah, good. So now, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about today?
I wanted to just say, everybody I know there's a lot of questions about the St. Dominic cookbook coming out. We are reprinting that. They haven't been available for a couple years now, so we are reprinting those, and they will be for sale at the school. And I'm sure we'll put on.
Find some local outlets in town to
Yes,
sell those.
Nancy's Place.
Nancy's Place, for
Place.
sure, for
Yes.
sure. So look for the St. Dominic cookbook to come out. That will be out before Thanksgiving, I think. So.
Backed by
Right.
popular demand.
Yes,
we get
absolutely.
calls all the time. So
Always
we're
great
thrilled
Christmas
to death.
presents.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, great recipes in that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wonderful cookbook.
Yeah,
So.
so that'll be good.
And then, of course, we have our Night of Nights alumni dinner that we will have in February. I believe that is
February 18th.
February 18th. So,
Probably before long, they'll be getting out the news letter with the
alumni newsletter,
alumni
yeah.
newsletter, and a request for applicants, I suppose. You can nominate an individual to be.
right, that will probably go out. I think usually in January they do that. So.
Yeah.
For the awards, for the alumni awards for that night. It's a great night. We've had people that not even alumni of St. Dominic come and have a wonderful time. We have a great auction, a great meal, wonderful speakers. So it's a night.
Yeah.
Definitely you want to
It's
put in
the
your
night of
calendar.
nights.
It's the night of nights. You want to
That's
go
right.
ahead and save the date for that. So,
Yeah. What was that date again?
February 18th.
February 18th.
February 18th, right after Valentine's Day. Yeah. And so good. Now, anything else, Pam?
I think that's about it. The chili supper is the next
November
is the
ninth.
next obviously community-wide event besides the PTO Color Run in October. So those are the big
Now,
ones.
what about that now?
The
The
22nd.
one in October, the 22nd. Now, people can, I guess you're going to have sign-ups.
We will,
Yes,
and
that's
you will be
coming
able
soon.
to register
Yeah.
at school as well as it will be
Online.
available online to register. So
I think you.
actually next Wednesday, all of that's getting kicked off.
Yes.
So we'll
Look
be
for
getting
it soon.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
our
look for that.
chairperson for that event is Brooke Coulter. So she did a really good job with that last
Uh-huh.
year, and she's taken on that challenge again this year and heading it up for us. So we'll be coming around looking for sponsors to sponsor our kiddos again. But it was a really great event last year. The kids, the teachers, the community. I mean, it was just a fun event for all. We had atmosphere entertainment with their DJ system, and the kids had a really grand time afterwards celebrating. So
Yeah. Well, that's when they get splattered and all
Yes.
with the color
yes.
paint.
There was
and
a
all
color
that,
explosion.
Or whatever that is.
Yes.
Explosion.
Yeah, the color explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
We
good
had
to
it in March.
Get that stuff all over you and everybody.
Yeah.
Last year we had it in March. We've moved it to the fall. We hope the weather will be beautiful, and it'll be a very nice event.
Yeah.
So-
Well, you're going to have a lot of work to do because you've got fall break coming up.
That's right.
October the
Third through the 7th.
3rd through the 7th. So, yeah. And that's right, it's Sorghum Festival time. And
It sure is.
so I hope everybody goes on vacation. And I said, we need them right here in Springfield at the Sorghum
Yeah,
Festival.
Sorghum Festival.
So, but anyway, and I have to mention, of course, recently I had the students on that were the first Beta Club.
Yes.
And won a national award.
Right.
And Gary covered it on Channel 6, and they were just that was just so prestigious that they did so well. Their first,
Yes.
I mean, a national award, their first time.
Exactly.
At the state and
First
national.
place at state and national in
Yeah.
visual design. We have not a whole new crop, but we inducted some additional members last week from the 7th grade class, and we have 20 altogether in 7th and 8th grade, and all of them leave tomorrow for a leadership summit in Tennessee, Gatlinburg, for 2 days. So we're getting them started right, and good
Yeah.
training for them.
It is,
And then-
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, good leadership qualities. So that's excellent, and that's so I know St. Dominic is just doing all kinds of things to get these kids prepared for the future,
Absolutely.
to be good, productive citizens. And that's what we need. And we want to keep them in Springfield. Don't forget to, and Washington County. Don't
That's
forget
right.
to emphasize that. And Pam, when your son comes back from the Naval Academy nuclear science training,
Nuclear engineering.
we want him to come right back
I
here to
hope so.
Washington County.
I hope so. We
So-
send all of our students seem to do very well wherever they go, whether it's Washington County or Bethlehem, and they find success, and we love it when they come back.
Yeah, yeah. It's a wonderful thing, yeah. So I want to thank you. I know you got Grandparents'
Well, thank
Day you got to
you.
get back for
Yes.
today, and I'm glad that St. Dominic is just doing so well. And
We are, too.
Amanda, we appreciate all your work on that preschool program because you've been there from its inception.
She started it.
She started it,
She started
and
it
you've done
and
an
has done-
amazing job.
Thank
and
you.
we're very, of course, I'm very proud of you, particularly being my nephew's wife. And of course,
I
Pam
couldn't be more
Brunick.
proud either. She's done a wonderful job.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not only you're my nephew's wife, but you were Blair's good. You're my good friend too. So. And Pam, of course, I know you've done it. Yeah. How long have you been the principal now at St. Dominic?
15 years.
Wow, I can hardly
Yeah.
believe it. So,
Neither can I.
and it's wonderful to see that you're keeping St. Dominic moving along
it.
and growing and doing well. So we certainly appreciate that too.
Well, thank you.
So thank you for your work. So thank you all for being here today, and
Our pleasure.
and
thank you.
I hope to see you in the future.
Thank you very much. We will.